reports. In this video, we're going to look at the final database objects I like to talk about in this series. Reports are a kind of very beautiful tool, quite easy to use, of a tool that we find in Microsoft Access. Now, what do reports do? Well, they are objects that do one job, and that is to summarize your data in a well organized manner and then ready them for printing. You might not really get that concept very well, but if you've ever had a report card or an end of the semester result where you have your subjects that you did for the term, you have the scores for each subject and your teacher's remarks, that is a report. Compare that to all your test scripts, your examination scripts, your assignment scripts. Those are definitely going to be quite bulky, but your report tends to summarize everything that is on all of those scripts into one sheet for you to read, understand, and actually interpret, right? And over there you can easily tell, wow, I passed, or I guess I failed. So that is what reports do for us when it comes to our Microsoft Access. In businesses, organizations would not generally always demand that you keep packing all the whole forms and tables and printing and bringing them. They just ask you, I need a report, I need a report, I need a report. And so one can rightly say then that the database is incomplete without a report. Do we get that? So we're going to look at how we can now create a database report based on the form, table, and query. It's very simple. Believe me, I think this is like the simplest thing you will ever do. Alright, now I'm just going to click on one of the table, and then I'm going to click on the create tab and click on reports. Alright, now upon clicking on reports, which takes me to the layout view, I'm just going to click on the report view proper, and I have the report created for me. Finito. That is it. That is all. So it's simple, very simple. So let's go over to the second one. I'm going to click on students record, I'm going to click on create tab and click on report, and then click on the report button, and bingo, a report is created instantly. Right? Isn't that nice? Alright, now let's go over to the query and do the same thing. Create tab, report, and report button, bingo, we have a report created. Isn't this nice? This is the simplest part of Access, if you tell me, or if you ask me. Now let's click on the form and see that also. Create report, and bingo, we have a report created for us. Contacts form. Now I'm going to click on students record, create tab, and reports. Alright, whenever I just do the reports, it just gives me this smile. But it's that simple. That's how you create reports. There's really no difficulty there. It's the simplest thing you can ever do in Microsoft Access. So I guess the fun part had always been saved for the last. So I must tell you, you do not do it from the beginning. Don't get to this video, you won't enjoy it. Okay, I ban you from getting to this video. On a more serious note, seriously, try to see how you could work with the other objects than you get here. So at this point now, we could always save all of them. So I could save this, leave the name as that, save this other guy there, and as you're saving, each of those objects or the reports just keep appearing instantly the moment you save them, and they become your database objects. They become part of your database objects just like that. So I can confidently close them up, and we now have those reports that we have just created all displayed. So we could go on and say, well, these are the reports, let's print this. These are the reports for this guy, let's print this. These are the reports for this, let's print this. So one doesn't have to start saying, well, I don't know how to get this one out, I don't know how to get this one out. It's quite easier. So that is basically what we do when we're trying to create a report. Of course, you could decide to change your report design just the same way you work with forms. Arrange the way you want it to work. The same tools that are available in your forms are available to you in reports. If you decide that probably you want to use a report wizard, just like we did in forms, to probably create some kind of style to your report, you can do the same thing, okay, just the same way that you do your forms. So let's assume that we're trying to work with this query and we're clicking on next. We're trying to look at the orientation. It's asking me if I want to add any grouping. I could add some form of grouping, and you can see how it arranges it in steps for me. I could then go to next and say, well, this is what I have. Do I want my data to be stored in ascending order or descending order, the total, if I want it that way, or I could just leave it at that. I could now click on next. How do I want the layout to look? Should it be landscaped or portraited? Should it be blocked? Should it be in form of an outline? Should I change the name? And on previewing the report, I have a report created for me instantly. So it all depends on what you really want. Then you could actually create very, very beautiful reports and actually become that professional database administrator that I know you can be. So reports are very nice, they are easy to use, there's really no big deal about it. So I don't want to see you freaking out that, well, this is very, very hard, this is very, very problematic. Officially, this brings us to the end of Microsoft Access 2010. I want to believe that you have enjoyed it every step of the way. In the next video and last video, we're going to run a form of summary of what we have learned so far and then wrap up this video series. I hope you've enjoyed this thus far, and I'll see you in a bit for the last time.